Now, ahead of the state elections slated in 2023, my colleague Shukato Roy spoke to Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma about his alliance with the BJP and the TMC's growing presence in the state. Listen in to this exclusive conversation.
What are the kind of government interventions in terms of policy and programs to get this going?
We start off with basic things like recognizing them. You see, a lot of times we realize that we don't recognize the people who actually contribute to things. So what I did in the beginning, before even getting into the policy, was I started recognizing these entrepreneurs. I said, look, let's choose one entrepreneur every month.
There is this understanding that despite there being only two BJP MLAs in your assembly, there is this invisible hand of the BJP running the Meghalaya government. There is this invisible hand. Do you actually agree with the idea that there is an invisible BJP hand in the running of the state of Meghalaya?
I would say no, that's not the way it is. We are, of course, the central government, which is the BJP, is there to support, and that happens in every state, not just my state. When it comes to the overall decisions that are made at the state level, it is purely the government here that makes the decision, along with my coalition partners and my leaders and my ministers. We take a unanimous decision on what we move forward, and if the decision is tough, then I have to go ahead on my own. So there's no interference as such in terms of the important political or economic decisions that we take.
Is the CAA implementation threat still looming large ahead of the 2024 general elections? The CAA would be universally implemented across the country. How would you deal with it?
It will not be implemented here.
It will not be implemented, and that's why you are kind of at ease with that.
Well, we're not at ease, and no, at the end of the day, as I said, overall also, if you see the way the CAA, the dates and the times, and the application of that have been changed, there would anyway have been very less, cases. Even if there were, the very less cases would be here. In fact, I would think it would be zero. But nonetheless, we don't know till the applications come in. And so therefore, I'm quite confident that Meghalaya will not be affected by the implementation. But obviously, we will continue to ensure that whatever steps need to be taken and stand needs to be taken to protect our state and our people, we as a government will do that.
Given the fact that now CAA is out of the way, do you think that the bond is only going to strengthen, or are there other issues that you still have, unresolved at this point?
So coming to the 24 elections, as of now, in this Meghalaya election also, any election, we will go on our own. We don't have pre-poll. We didn't have it in Manipur. We didn't have it in Mizoram. We didn't have it in Arunachal. We didn't have it in Nagaland. And we will not have it again in Meghalaya also. So post-poll is always a political strategy which we've worked towards finding out how we can have a more stable and workable government. Pre-election is more about ideology and the stand of the party, and we go with that to the people.
And you stick to that for the next elections as well?
Yes, absolutely.
Both for the state as well as for the general
elections?
Yes. All right. Given the fact that the Trinamool Congress is now a new force in Meghalaya, which is now eyeing for a political footing, is the NPP under pressure?
I don't have any comments on how they will do or not do. I can only tell you that we are going to prepare very hard. And my mindset, and I tell and my people also, is that every time we go for a battle or election, whatever you call it, you need to think that you're going to lose. And therefore, no matter who the opponent is, whether it's going to be Trinamool or the Congress or anybody else who's going to be in front of us, I think it is important that we treat everybody as a worthy opponent.
Now, shifting